Hi all, welcome to TradeCyclopedia. This video is to explain you all about the basic entry conditions of streak. So this is very important. Like before you start creating complex strategies or go into a deeper level of trading plans using streak, so you should be really understanding what are the basic entry conditions available in streak and how does it work. So that is really important, and it's very necessary that you should be having a good and thorough knowledge in these basic entry conditions. Then you will be able to modify, like once you understood these things, then you could easily modify or combine your entry conditions. You can deploy more things into that, but this is the skeleton of an algo trading platform. This is the very basic entry condition. So if you really don't know about, you should clearly watch this video and you'll be able to understand. I'll be explaining that in a detailed way. I'll be demonstrating, I'll be creating strategies, and I'll explain you where we should use at what condition. So that I'll be explaining to you. And if you're watching this for the first time, you haven't like you still don't know what is an algo trading and how streak can be used for this and why I'm using streak, then you can watch the very first video which I have done. So I'll be giving that link in the playlist above. So you can watch that one and come back to this, and this is the very basic entry conditions of streak. So like in the last video, I think I explained about the trade at price condition. So we have very basic three conditions available. The first one is trade at price, and the second one is higher and or lower than, and the third one is crosses above or crosses below. I'll quickly tell you what is the definition means. Like trade at price simply means buy or sell a stock at exact price or in a range. So I'll be showing you how it works. And higher or lower than, as it says, like buy a stock when price is higher or lower than a specific level. Okay. And crosses above or below means the price, for example, if it is crosses above condition, that price may not be in that level, it might be below that level, but when it crosses, when that candle crosses above that level, it will be taking an entry as per our buy or sell signal, whichever we defined in the algo trading thing, and that will be executed as per that. So here the stock which I am selecting just for the demonstration purpose, that is Tata Motors, and Tata Motors is trading around like 285 rupees. That is the current market price of Tata Motors share. So that is just for demonstration purpose. So we'll be opening the chart of Tata Motors first. So this is the 5 minutes chart of Tata Motors, and as you can see, this is trading at 285 rupees. Okay, so I'll put three scenarios, and the first one is trade at price condition, and I have a trading conviction that, so if the Tata Motors price trades at 300 rupees, then I will take an entry. Let it be a buy entry or sell entry. So whatever, it's fine. So I'll take an entry when the last traded price of Tata Motors is 300. So simply, I'll go to streak as I shown yesterday and create new. And this is the create new window. So strategy, under strategies, then create strategy. Then the first thing I have to do is add the script. So I'll be adding Tata Motors here. Okay. So Tata Motors script has been added here. So this is a this will execute a trade in Tata Motors if I deploy that to the live market. And I'm changing the candle to 5 minutes. So this is the master candle time frame. So if I'm selecting 5 minutes, then it will be analyzing the 5 minutes chart of Tata Motor stock or whatever the stock specified in under the script. And position can be buy or sell. So let's say buy, and the quantity I can put anything. So I'm just putting 100. Okay. So I'm switching it to basic because this trade at price condition is available only on basic. So I'll just type that as well for your understanding. So you need to, if you need to use that traded price condition, then you have to switch that to basic. Okay. And so this is the 100 quantities, and I'm putting trade at price, buy at a price in a given range. Okay. So the range percentage by default it comes as 0, but I'm just putting it as no, it 0.5 by default it's showing, but I'm changing that to 0, and I'll tell you what that means. And this price I selected as 300. So what it means, when the last traded price of Tata Motors, now it's trading at 285. And if the suddenly a bullish candle came and the price may shoot up, and the last traded price, if a trade happens at 300 rupees, then Streak will be sending a buy order of 100 quantities of Tata Motors. So it will be a market order. So it's not necessary that it should be buying exactly at 300, but an entry signal will be triggered when Tata Motors traded at 300 rupees. So that is very important, because this range we have specified is zero. So that means the price will be at exact when it hits when a trade happens at exact 300 rupees, and a buy signal will be triggered. So for example, if Tata Motors traded at 299 for the last time, and the next trade happened at 301 or 302, it just skipped that 300 rupees trade. It haven't traded that on 300 levels, then this trade will not get executed, because this will get executed only if it traded at 300. Okay, so then what can be done? Like, so I have a bullish view on Tata Motors, just for example, and I believe that if Tata Motors traded above 300, then I'll be getting a bullish move, so that I can go long on that stock. So how I can do this one? Then I need to specify a range, right? So that's why this range is important. So I'm just putting, like, as shown in the example, if I am specifying this range as 1 instead of, this is range percentage, 1 instead of 0, what means the Tata Motors price, like the price which I mentioned is 300 and the range percentage is 1. That means, like, it will take an entry whenever the price reaches in 1 percentage range of this 300. The 1 percentage of 300 is 3 rupees. So the range will be less than 3 rupees of 300, and like 300 plus 3. So simply 300 minus 3 and 300 plus 3. So that is the 1 percentage range of 300 rupees. So like that is shown below, the range would be 297 and 303. So whenever the Tata Motors share last traded, when the LTP of Tata Motors hits somewhere around this range, let it be 297 or 303 or 297.4 or 298.3, whatever trade happened inside within this range, then a buy signal will be triggered. So this can be toggled. If I have something like I'm feeling like differently, like so let's have another condition. So if Tata Motors traded on 300, and I may feel that there is a strong resistance and the price may fall back, so I can switch this to sell. So what happens, like, now it's trading at 285, and then suddenly the price shoot up, and there is a bullish candle and happen, like, on any time or any day when Tata Motors hit somewhere around 301 or 30 something, then immediately a sell order of 100 quantities of Tata Motors will be sent to my broker. So if I'm using a fully automated trade setup, then the trade will execute it automatically. I'll be shorting 100 quantities of Tata Motors at that specified range. So we can change this buy and sell position as per our need. If we are selecting buy, then it will go for a buy side entry, otherwise like sell. And so this is the main difference between range, specifying a range and specifying a range. And if the range is let's say if it is 10 percentage, then the range would be changing to 10 percentage of 300 upside and downside. So it should be 30 rupees, like 270. Whenever the price comes in 270 till 330, then it will immediately. So if I'm going for this one, if I'm deploying this to the live market, then this trade will be executed immediately, because Tata Motors is trading now at 285 rupees. So if I'm specifying this, the range would be 270 to 330. So that price falls in that range, so it will get executed immediately. So that is what the first condition explains. If the range, like, this is a traded price condition, this is the very basic and straight, the first level entry condition of streak, or probably any algo trading platform, this is the very basic range. So you should be clearly understanding this one, and I'll go to the next one. This would be the next condition, higher or lower than. So I have a different scenario, because I analyze the Tata Motors chart, let's say for example, and I have a bullish view above 300, and a bearish view above 250. This is just for a demonstration purpose. There is no technical analysis involved in this one. I just took a round figure. So I will buy Tata Motors if the price crosses, or if the price is higher than 300, and I'll short Tata Motors if the price is lower than 250. And how we can code this specific scenario. So the last traded price would be like, it will be analyzing the first 5 minutes candle chart, and it will be taking a trade when that 5 minutes chart like that closed in a range, I mean last traded price, or if it closed in the specified range. But what would be the difference if we use higher than? The same 5 minutes candle can be used, then buy position of goes by, we'll put the first scenario, and I'll be putting close. Okay, so close means if the offset is 0, then that means the current candle. If the offset is -1, then means previous candle. So that I'll be explaining on a later video, because this is just a basic. So I need the current candle. So the offset should be 0. So that means it's the close of a 5 minutes candle. So let's say this is the 5 minutes candle, and this is the current candle. So this is just currently running. So once that has been closed, the close will be here. This is a bearish candle. So here is the close. The close would be at 285.5. Okay, so that is the range. So close, then higher than the next condition. We have a comparator. I need to put higher than, or I can put higher than or equal to as well. So both are simple. So if I'm selecting higher than or equal to, that means, and I just need to click on plus once again, then I need to type number. Okay, number means price, and I can put a number there, and I just need to edit that one and put 300. So always keep in mind that some people, like, they select close higher than equal to, and they directly type it to 300 here. That will not work. So instead of that, you need to type number. Okay, here you need to click on price and number, then you need to specify that 300 here. That is simple. So what does mean, if I deploy this strategy to live, Streak will keep on analyzing the 5 minutes chart of Tata Motors. So whenever a 5 minute candle closes, it is not low, it is not high. So this is a closed candle. So this candle closed, this 5 minute candle closed at 285. Okay. So whenever a 5 minutes candle close at 300 or above 300, then this signal will be triggered. A buy order of 100 quantities of Tata Motors script will be triggered, or whatever we put here, so that will be triggered. So close higher than or equal to. So if I'm just putting higher than here instead of higher than or equal to, then that's simple mathematics. Then it will not take an entry at 300, but it will take an entry, it will trigger an entry whenever the price crosses above 300 level. So let it be 300.1, then it will trigger. And that 5 minute candle, it doesn't mean that maybe the high of that specific candle may touch on that level, but the candle may close below that level, then it will not take an entry. That will take an entry only if a 5 minutes candle close higher than 300 rupees. So that is a simple condition, I mean simple explanation for this specific condition. And similarly, we can change this close to anything. We can change this close to low. Okay, so that means the low of a candle higher than, we can specify any candle pattern, let it be low. Then if it is low, then this would be here. So if this is a bullish candle, for example, then low is here. Okay, this is the low price, this is the open price, this is a close price, so this is the high. So we can specify, there are 4 points, like we can specify anything, let it be low, open, close, or high. We can change that to anything as per our strategy, but the functionality is same. We can specify high here. So that means if so that doesn't matter if the candle closes above that specific level. If any high, this tail, this wick touches, or the high touches above that level, then it will be taking an entry. So this is just a basic condition. So we always like in a normal trading plan we used to select that close condition itself. So that is the default one. So you can select close for that and it will be taking an entry, buy entry. And if I have a different conviction, for example, if I short the second condition, I will sell below 250 level. That means I need to toggle that to sell, and I'll simply change. So now you can tell me like I'm select close, then lower than or equal to, then change this one to 250. Okay. So this simply means whenever a 250, I mean 5 minutes candle closes at 250 or below 250, then an entry signal, like a sell order of 100 quantities will be sent to the live market. And if that is a semi-automated or by default process, we'll be getting a pop-up to accept. We just need to accept that one. It will place an order in your broker. If it is a fully automated setup, then you don't need to do anything. You just need to deploy this strategy and turn your computer on, then rest everything will happen automatically. So that is the normal process. This is just the entry condition only. I haven't said anything about the exit one. So we can put this similar condition in exit plan as well in a simple trading method. So I'll explain that too. So close lower than or equal to means like this close condition. So whenever this Tata Motors trade, like 5 minutes candle of Tata Motors closes below 250 or equal to 250, then it will be sending a sell order of 100 quantities at the current market price. And this can be deployed anywhere. Like for example, if I'm deploying this for 1 week as a CNC order, then this strategy will be live on the market for next 1 week. So at any point of time during the market hours, I don't need to watch all the time. If any bearish move happen, if suddenly the price falls from 285 level and it touches 250, any 5 minute candle closes at that range, then I'll be getting an entry. So that's why, so I don't really miss that opportunity. If that is like, if that is something matches up my trading convention, then I should be able to pick that up without missing. So that's the main advantage of algo trading. And I'll tell you the next scenario, crosses above or below. So this is somewhat similar to this higher or lower than, but there's a big difference. So that I'll tell you how it works. Just for example, let it be the same thing. We put the Tata Motors here, and 5 minutes candle, then buy sell we can change it to buy. Then I'll be just closing all these things. Okay. Same close, I need to select close. Means close zero means the current candle. If I put -1 would be the previous candle. Okay. If I put -2, which is the offset, means one candle before that previous candle. Okay. So that's how it works. We can count a number of candles like that, and close zero means a 5 minutes current close of a 5 minutes candle crosses above. Okay. The same number, I need to type number and I need to put 300. Okay. So why it is necessary? Because you should not be understanding that the main difference between higher than and crosses above, if I select this price. But let me tell you one other difference. Like now, Tata Motors is trading as 285 rupees. But I know, like whenever Tata Motors price crosses above 275 level. So let's say example like 270, we can change this to 270 just for example. So I need to buy Tata Motors when the price crosses above 270, because I'm sure that there is a bullish view will happen if Tata Motors is trading below 270. But whenever it crosses 270 level, then it may give me a 10-point move from 270 to 280, just for example. This is nothing that this will not happen in reality. So I'm just saying as an example. But the price of Tata Motors is now at 285. So if I am putting that one, like just for example, I'm just putting this as higher than 270. Okay. And if I'm deploying this strategy through the live market, then my order will get immediately executed at 285 rupees, because Tata Motors is now trading at 285, which satisfies this condition, because the close 5 minutes close of Tata Motors will be of course higher than 270, because now it's trading at 285. But I really don't want that to be happen. I just want, like, I should be having some opportunity. Like, I know now the stock is trading at 285, but I really need to capture a move. If in future, maybe by next week, or maybe today, or maybe by probably by tomorrow, or within 1 week, or any day, whenever like Tata Motors stock may falls somewhere, let's say for example, if it falls till 260, and it will try to recover. So when it try to recover, the 270, let's assume 270 is a good resistance, and when it crosses 270, and I believe that I'll be getting another 10-point upside move, it may comes somewhere around 280. So I need to capture that move. Okay, but I cannot use this condition, because if I am using this, order will be placed instantly. So in that case, I can use crosses above. Crosses about 270 means if I'm deploying this condition to the live market, then it will not execute, because this specific trade will happen only if the stock price is below 270, and it will be crossing about 270 on a live market. So this will happen on a gap up trade as well. Just for example, if I'm putting like this, let's say crosses above somewhere around like 290. Okay, so now it's trading at 285, and I'm selecting this as a 291 crosses above. But now today, it may not cross that level. I'm just deploying this strategy for 2 days validity, just for example 2 days validity, and now it's trading at 285, and it may close at 286 or 287, less than 290. So this entry will not be get executed. But if tomorrow, if a gap up open happens, then the first minute it will wait for the first minute candle, because that first 5 minutes candle will be opening, right? If that 9:15 to 9:20 candle, the first 5 minutes candle closes above 290, then this order will get executed. I hope you might have understood like the difference between that. So this can be used under this scenario. So if I'm selecting, I'm changing this back to, because this is really important, because you need to carefully understand what exactly I'm trying to explain. Because if I select this to 270, I'm deploying to the live market. So this will only happen if Tata Motors share falls below this range and try to cross above this 270 range. So that is the main difference between higher than or crosses above conditions. So if I'm putting higher than here, then it will immediately execute this order, because the stock is trading above that range. But crosses above would be executing only if it crosses that specific level. And you just need to think in the opposite way. The same will happen for cross below condition as well. Crosses below, and I'm selecting 300. Okay. So just in the live scenario, just I'm pulling this I'm changing this back to sell. So closes below 300 means, so if I'm deploying this will not execute it. But if I'm using a lower than condition here, the trade will immediately get executed. The reason why, the stock is trading at 285, and it is lower than or equal lower than 300, so the trade will immediately get executed. But if I'm uses crosses below, then the only chance when this may get executed is because the Tata Motors has to trade above 300. Let's say like 305 or something, like it may close a bullish candle, and it has to reverse. Then a 5 minute candle has to trade above 300, then it has to close below 300. It can be a gap down opening as well. So let's assume today, if I deploy this one today, Motors share closes at 310 rupees, and suddenly tomorrow it opens at 280. Okay, then it wait for the first 5 minutes candle. If that first 5 minute candle closes at 295 or any range below 300, then this specific order will get executed. So that's the difference between lower than and crosses below. So this is really important. You should be clearly understanding these three things, because this is a skeleton of this streak algo trading zone. So only after you get thorough with this one, you can practice, and like you try to put different scenarios. You put this on exit conditions as well, and you try back test. You try back test n number of things, like you put your favorite stock. You might be knowing the levels, so you know, like you just put that this stock price, when like I took an entry when it crosses above this level, and I exit with 1% a stop loss or 2% a profit. Or you can even put this in exit condition as well. You can put like close, in same case, closes below, I take a sell order, and if that reverse, then I can put like close crosses above, okay, number 305. So this will be a stop loss. So I'll be getting an entry, sell on an entry if close crosses. If whenever the Tata Motors falls, if it is trading above 300 and suddenly it falls below 300, then it will be shorting 100 quantities. It will be selling 100 quantities of that order. But if that trade reverses, and if that stock again reverse and closes above 305, then it will be exiting this position. It will be exiting that position automatically, 305. So total 5 points loss. So you can work in that way. You need to put n number of conditions here. You can put the basic condition, you can put your favorite stock, mark your levels, and try back testing and save your strategies. Try change the timings and all. Do a lot of back test, and if you're convinced with the back test, start paper trading without putting your capital at risk. Just try paper trading it, and you will know how it works. Once you're confident with the paper trading, what you need to do, you just need to do your own analysis. Instead of taking your manual trades, you put all these things into algo trading. So but when you start, always trading very small quantities. If you can buy 100 quantities of Tata Motors, then buy 10 quantities. It won't be that much profitable, I understand, but like if you're starting, if you're this is just for the beginners only. If you are starting as a beginner, then you should be buying only 600. If 100 is your buying capacity, then you should be buying 10 quantities, 1 is to 10. So that can be one. Don't take any leverage position. You can start in very small quantities, because you really understood, you really need to understand how the functionality, how this flow happens. This algo trading is not that, like you shouldn't be doing this very carelessly. It's not like a machine making money for you. It's not like that. It's your own strategies, your own conviction, your own perspectives, your own trading plans. So you are just coding, you are making that system to work for you. So you need to understand what is going to happen. So only by practicing, you need to create a lot of strategies from your side. You need to properly backtest it. You need to get convinced with that first. Then you need to start paper trading. Once you convince with the results, then you start trading small quantities. And if you're super confident with that, then just go ahead with larger quantities, or as per your trading capacity. So that is a normal process. That discipline you should religiously follow while doing this algo trading. So if you have any questions with that, if you have any doubt, I'm sure you might be having a lot of doubts, just drop a comment here. I'll be definitely explaining you. I'll be replying back to your comments with the answers. And if you really like this video, just hit the like button. So I'll be sharing what I know about algo trading in this channel. So I'll be doing some more videos in coming days. So if you really want to see more videos, just subscribe this and drop your comments. So thank you all for watching this. Stay tuned.